Okay. Okay. I see how it is. Yep, that's basically their whole shtick, so... Get in here and help me out, mate. A lot of movement. We're gonna have to use the about face. Yeah, until we killed them the first time, they're just gonna constantly heal. After that, the other skill takes in effect. Okay, can we engage this thing? Yeah, there we go.
Lads!
Lost him. I think we're good for now. This thing might die in its turn. Nice. Destroyed at least one ship of every fleet. Thanks for the achievement game. Put down you. So he's dead. Don't really have to worry about him.
Unleash our fury! Launch the devastating payload!
Fuck him up. I think he can still turn in time to hit you. Oh, you're gonna keep going, aren't you? That's fine. I think I get my ability back to allow me to pursue. Don't think it's gonna be enough though. Okay.
The destination is known.
Is it known? Okay. Hey, in God's name, are you off to? About to blast you. Get him.
My premonitions never fail me.
40 points doubled if against blast attacks. Living metal specimens. Okay, that was fun. Well, Captain, what were those things they took off from the surface of the world where you landed? I've never seen ships like that. Never such technologies either. We fished a trophy out of the void, a relatively intact fragment of the wreck, and sent it to the Engineers, and just in case, we've isolated the compartment where they're performing the comprehension liturgies. Usually terms in the Road Traders library, private library, perhaps. Maybe they'll say they're Xenos, or yeah, your lordship. The Kato Magdivec claims to have found a mention of the Xenos similar to them. Yeah, they're known as Necrons. Was the trophy we acquired? There's a gift from a born of the Omnissiah's wisdom, but the image was imperfect and therefore is eroded by corruption and unbelief, whatever that means. The ship's minor conclave has gone into data meditation to provide a resolution regarding the admissibility of using this item. Most of the crew around give them extra rations. Also, we should have a level up. Yeah. Restart shields now inflicts -2 speed and no firing range penalty. That's probably a good idea. More scrap, sure. What happened to my... What? Oh, because she technically left my crew for a little bit. God damn it, game. Stop removing my people. No loot? Having scanned the surface, officers report the remains of an exploration camp, which the team of scouts is immediately sent. The scouting party is confused. All the equipment bears the Von Valentia's coat of arms, but there is no trace of any other. This is where they came through the first time, before she wiped the memories. Find out what happened. Scouts find traces of gunfire on the field equipment. A single unharmed data crypt is found. Okay, a group of tech priests successfully decrypt part of the data, including an order to eliminate the exploration team signed by Theodore von Valentius. Not far from the camp is a pit full of charred bones and fragments of armor bearing the Road Trader coat of arms. Scouts reports leaves Abelard with conflicting feelings, despite his certainty that her ladyship Theodora would never give such an order without very good reason. Abelard's expression is somber. Nice. I mean, this is the gate we came through. Yeah, let's continue searching for fuckboy. Radio dispatch. Just the navigator. As the surface covered in icy dunes with greenish highlights. At first, officers aboard the vessel decide that the unusual color of ice is due to a quirk of the atmosphere. Later, it's evident the source of the highlights is a group of monstrous pyramidal structures wreathed in emerald fire. So Necrons. Examining them in detail, it's seen that one of the monoliths is damaged. The device on its wall emits an energy beam. A similar pyramid not far from itself. Examine the structures. The scouts approach the monolith with as much care as possible, fearing the appearance of an enemy. A small servitor sent to gather data about the energy beam clearly demonstrated the destructive power of the xenotechnology. After carelessly making contact with the beam, it's instantly broken apart into minuscule pieces. It is curious that the second pyramid is still intact, and that only matter that the source of the beam is just being destroyed. Study it. Beam barely reflects off the dark metal of the pyramid. Occasionally, the scarcely visible waves runs across the surface of the monolith's walls, after which the material appears to become even smoother. As one of the monoliths is feeding the other, not destroying it. A few scouts decide to come closer in order to better describe the phenomenon. Soldiers notice a fragment of metallic rib cage melted right into the material of one of the walls, like a bizarre bas relief. Between the rows of ribs, a talisman of black stone shimmers with a colored light after each wave of energy. The figure to which the talisman belongs shows no signs of life. After a quick debate, the officers decide to take the artifact. Just a straight up shard. Rare to find such an ominous phenomenon in the lifeless ice. The wearer's strength is reduced by 15. The wearers can use heroic acts at 125 instead of 175, and desperate messes of 50. And turns them heretical. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I don't know how the extractum's gonna try and get ship a Necron ring. That was a Necron ring. Save. Greenish glow of the gigantic ring made of unknown material flows through the windows of the captain's bridge. The void ship's instruments measure a whole spectrum of various emissions. Sometimes a dull green is darkened by clouds of space dust, but bent by gravitational waves. The object most closely resembles a portal, albeit what passing through it cannot be clearly defined. Observe the anomaly. Arcs of incandescent stars, gases bursting from the rings, pierced to the darkness of space, reflected by the surface of the other celestial bodies in the system. At times, dark light waves bend the edge of the portal. They are quickly restored thanks to the enigmatic flowing metal. Then lashes of purple clouds, dissected by threads of lightning, appear in the center of the ring. An unseen force prevents them from reaching the other side of the portal as the blocks of blackstone become covered in purple scarlet illumination. The ring were a portal is not fit to serve us one any longer. Stellar heart and gravitational forces forbid any vessel from passing through it. According to the ship's astropath, purple clouds are even more dangerous phenomenon, indicating that the power of the war are eager to flow out of the portal into real space. Just to highlight this deadliness, with the next wave of dark light, the portal throws the shattered remains of an unidentified void ship. Then a team. Analysis of the wave signature indicates that the construct once used parts of the webway, the Eldari system of pathways. However, its current condition of portal is not fit for transporting vessels. Okay. It's hard to believe that civilizations capable of creating devices as powerful as this one could have undergone such a decline. I mean, they went into, like, stasis after fighting the old ones, didn't they? And all their little worlds are just waiting to be reawoken. The thin clouds, as if shredded by careless blade, sways a vast steppes carpeted by pale gold deadwood. The rogue trader's attentive eye distinguishes a region among the endless grasses that does not fit into the general landscape. Scouts of the shuttle see signs of intelligent life, judging by the trampled soil and tent frames. Someone made camp here. Then distant silhouettes form a tangle of paths and obstacles, a maze. The outer walls are supplemented by a multitude of spikes and blades, and decorated with scraps of leather and withered crucified prisoners. It does not take an expert in xenoculture to reason that Drukhari have been here. There's the camp. Servants of Von Valencia's find illustrations of the rough illustrations of the camp in the pocket of the filthy coat. On one marked two locations. The first shows signs of a sword that highlights an area where the items were found. The other is a skull, points to a patch of ground in the maze. Find out, yeah, places marked. The scouts carefully inspect every piece of land marked in the area. Discover camouflage pits stubbed with strong, thin needles. In the niche sunk into the wall of the trap glitters a volumetric flask of an ugly creature that looks like several brains stuck together. Rogue traders people recognize the grotesque figure as a Drukhari Medusa, parasite capable of registering emotion and transferring them to its master. This thing was left here as the equivalent of a pict recorder for collecting the suffering of Drukhari victims. Destroy the abomination. Some pain blockers. Continue exploring. Burn away the traces. Yeah. There's an incident on flight deck. The planet we discovered is located at the coordinates indicated by Ulfar. Okay. The moment we learned about this, he chose to abandon ship. God damn it, Ulfar. He's ordered a shuttle to provide him and directed it to the world before us. There's no way you stop a freaking... Yeah, a wolf. C. I apologize for having to bring you this troubling news, Lord Captain. Guiding by led by Rogue Trader himself makes planet fall the frozen world. The shuttle of which Ulfar Thunderlung departed, the ship has been designated the starting point of the search. Said shuttles found at the landing site intact and undamaged. Scout the area. The scouts discovered numerous structures, burial grounds, and obelisks of Xeno race. That once ruled these star systems, all of which are now encased in ice and solemn sepulchres. Wait, what? Sepulchral stillness? I don't know. No signs of activity by potential hostile Xenos have been detected. Examine the stolen shuttle. Gene spirits in a fine form, ready to ascend from the world's surface. No clues have been found as Ulfar's intended destination, but keen-eyed scouts sight several disturbed snowdrifts that may indicate the route taken. Follow the trail. The group bravely ventures onward into the realm of blinding white and crackling frost. The sky is soon blanketed with snow clouds that block out the starlight. The wind, howling like a pack of hungry spirits, sweeps away all tracks. Oh, we failed that awareness test. Dozens of brave soldiers vanish into the darkness before they even had a chance to cry out. The rest of the pack, our party, trek into the mournful silence. A few hours later, the expedition comes to a plateau. Rising up ahead is the dark hull of an Imperial trading vessel. Investigate the ship. Identify the revelations granted. The merchant cog, commandeered by the baleful hound Footfall. No signs of a struggle or other misfortune are found aboard. Only some useful cargo. Contrary to expedition, no crew members are found dead or alive. The ship's been abandoned. Okay. Survey the area. Look for all far fresh tracks in the snow leading to the ship's airlock indicate he was here and recently. However, he was not alone. The scouts find strange dips in the snowdrift surrounding the ship. It seems that someone was watching the ship from the position buried in the snow, around the same time Ulfar was searching it. Besides directions. In the raging blizzard, it's impossible to determine which way the Space Wolf has gone. A pair of brave trackers strike out in the long distance. Oh, they're dead. Contact the ship. Okay, take shelter and set up camp. Unwary soldiers welcome the chance of rest. Watchful sentries stand guard, while their more fortunate comrades stuff themselves with the now frozen rations. The temperature inexorably plummets, but the brave enforcers follow the Lord Captain's example, staunchly endure trial, do not lose heart. One of the sentries delivers an anxious report to Lord Captain that he's seen a massive shadow in the darkness. Definitely not Ulfar Thunderlong. Double the sentries. Despite the reinforcing sentries cannot conceal their fear. Unknown has robbed them of their courage. As the rushes to report that one of the sentries is missing. Large tracks have been found at the sentry post as well as a few drops of blood. Go on the offensive. A squad of the best fighters led by the Lord Captain venture outside the ship, scour the area twice, unfortunately. Okay. Active right to fire. Frozen fuel reluctantly succumbs to the heat of the thermal cutters. The fire kindles around the ship. Even this is not enough to dispel the snowy darkness, but the people are buoyed up by the additional light and warmth. Terrible rumbling cuts through the storm, the clash of clamor of battle, followed by a furious, agonized scream. Send the party towards the sounds of battle as soon as possible. Tied together with the ropes and bolstering each other with battle cries, the enforcers rush towards the battle in the human chain. Unable to see anything ahead in the darkness, the swirling snow, they blindly stride towards the source of battle and monstrous thunder. Oh, wow. Send soldiers forward, trusting in their tactical skill? Yeah, sure. Hey! The enemy is concealed by the snow and darkness, forcing the soldiers to fire in all directions, by some miracle not hitting each other. But first one fighter, then another, vanishes with a desperate shriek, dragged off by an unknown enemy into the roiling depths of the storm. But the enforcers' courage and stubbornness win out. Boldly pushing forward, they drive the mysterious enemy from the battlefield into retreat. Ulfar is found lying in blood-soaked snow, his body covered with grievous wounds, but the wolf continues to cling to life. With great care, he is borne to the shuttle, and wasting no time, brought back to the ship for urgent treatment. Talk to him on the ship. Yeah, I need him for upcoming fights. I can't have him, you know, sleeping on the job, as it were. Even though he's in sick bay, but whatever. How's Ulfar? Has he regained consciousness? He's feeling better, Lord Captain. The ship's surgeon was amazed by his resilience. The esteemed Lord Ulfar is currently convalescing in his chambers. Have a servant escort me to Ulfar's quarters. God, that's a bright screen for no reason. This his quarters, really? They're blessing every part of his armor. Okay. Ulfar's dark figure towers over you. His head is lowered, his hair hanging in a curtain across his face. His fair skin is cross-hatched, with broad crimson scars held together by metal staples, and covered with black spiked runes for physical healing. Would an ordinary mortal have survived such injuries? Unlikely. Well, the amount of shit these guys have to go through, no. With a twitch of his fingers, Ulfar bids the two servants in attendance step away and not intrude on your conversation. They silently retreat. Father. I must thank you for serving me. I had a difficult battle. I thank the Emperor that he did not take you from us to join his heavenly hosts, my lord. I always survive. Why did you decide to go alone? So not to have you bury your body in the snow, Father. It is not out of arrogance that the wolves do not allow mortals into our affairs, because the burden of those deeds is heavy and they reek of death. Just consider what kind of threat you could have been facing. In a place where an entire pack of Astartes has disappeared. If I had risked you for the sake of following my vows, would that have been worthy of me? Yeah, we fight together, buddy. And you and I are different. Your way is to rule and build, while mine is to destroy and chase down prey, which is the Old Father's plan. In that plan, my death in the battlefield is expected and joyous event, while your death would be premature, sorrowful, and damaging to many lives. I'm pleased that my servants found a fitting shrine for your armor. Splendor of the monumentality of the chamber befit the solemnity and the sacrament unfolding within. As if performing an intricate dance, the servants of the homicide now move in time and murmuring mechanisms circling the massive spacefall. While he stands utterly still, the scent of sacred incense fills the air, giving the sense that one is witnessing a great ritual. The Astartes needs very little, a cell and a table where I can form the purifying rite of my weapon. That is all I require, but to keep the armor bestowed upon me by the Aidfather in a shabby crucible would be sacrilege. This chamber will do for vesting ceremony. There is a good plasteel beneath the rich decoration and gilding. Yes, I'm satisfied. Do I need to trace your brothers? Vessel I found the revelation granted. That was them. Inside there were signs that the Wolf Scouts leave for their brothers. The baleful howl landed the ship on the surface and left the rest of the crew and left. The rest of the crew disappeared. Followed my brother's trail until the unknown foe blocked my path, and battle ensued. What foes were capable of besting you in combat? Your wounds are truly terrifying. The evil spirit attacked me from behind and wounded me instantly. Ulfar points at a particularly gruesome scar on his chest. Strike clearly intended for one of the Spacewall's two hearts. The wound gives off a strong medical smell, but it's not one you recognize. Probably a Fenrisian balm brewed by Ulfar himself. Snow covered my eyes. I could not make out a shadow, but it moved fast and it was strong. The Allfather's gift had not knitted my ribs into a hard carapace. That blow would have been my last. I can still feel its claws on my chest, frost-shedding flesh. Wounds left by spirits are dangerous. They create a spiritual link between your body and its pernicious mind. The only way to heal mutilations is to brew a potion from blood spilt by their incorporeal bodies. Wind 2. And we're both marked. Your pack seems to have led an entire ship, okay, to their deaths.